media.
Yeah.
Kaaliw-aliw na pag-lip-sync. Pagkanta. Pagsayaw. Maging ang kombinasyon ng mga nabanggit. Yan ang iilan lamang sa mga maaasahat masisilayan sa makulay na sining at kultura ng drag. Ang drag ay isang anyo na malikhaing sining kung saan ang performer ay halos nagpapalit anyo upang magmistulang ibang katauhan, kadalasang kabaliktaran ng kanilang kasarian. Sa pamamagitan ng pagsuot ng magagarang mga makeup, kasuotan at masigasig na pagganap, ang mga drag artist ang nagiging mga reyna at hari ng entablado. Patuloy ang pag-usbong at pag-unlad ng larangang drag sa buong mundo dahil sa mga palabas katulad ng RuPaul's Drag Race. Ang drag culture ay patuloy na nagiging mainstream na siyang nagpapasikat sa sining at nagbibigay pansin sa kahusayan ng mga drag artist na karamihan sa kanila ay miyembro ng LGBTQIA+ community. Kung kaya't ang drag ay itinuturing mahalagang parte ng kultura ng nasabing komunidad. Dito naman sa Pilipinas, patuloy na lumalaganap ang kasikatan at pagsuporta sa drag. Sa kasalukuyan ay marami na tayong mga lokal na drag shows at kompetisyon na nagpapakita ng talento ng ating mga kababayan. Eva La Queen, Marina Summers, at Manila Luzon. Iilan lamang sila sa mga world-renowned Filipino drag queens na nagpakita ng kani-kanilang mga galing at talento sa pagganap, pagbibigay aliw at kasiningan sa mundo ng drag. Pero alam nyo ba na sa siyudad ng Angeles ay may matatagpo ang drag artist sa loob mismo ng Holy Angel University? Mag-aaral sa umaga, artista sa gabi, nagbibigay buhay sa entablado sa bawat pagtatanghal at may paninindigan sa pagiging tinig ng mga marhinalisadong sektor. Halina't samahan niyo kami sa pagtuklas ng kanyang mga talento at ang kanyang pagpursigi para sa isang mas makatarungan, mas ligtas, at mas malayang kinabukasan sa ngalan ng liberasyon.
Psyche, it came from the goddess of soul, because it's always my vision to put my soul into my performances, whether in my looks and in my complete persona as a drag artist. But on a surface level, Psyche, it came from growing up as a pageant enthusiast who always get fascinated every time I see women performing on stage and embracing themselves. It was derived from a beauty queen, our Miss Grand Philippines 2018, Eva Psyche Patalintug. So I turned Eva Psyche to Psyche Eve because my drag persona is alive, and mas nailalabas ko siya tuwing gabi. Doon mas lumalabas ng creativity sa ko, lahat ng kabakalaan ko sa tuwing gabi.
Pero bago ang lahat, sino nga ba si Psyche Eve bilang isang Angelite?
Nice to meet you. Good day, everyone. Good day.
And to get to know you first, of course, pakilala ko muna yung sarili ko. I'm Dea, your host for today. And please introduce yourself. What's your name, your department, your story, your pronouns, and what else can you share?
Okay, so my name is Joe from the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management, and I am proud and loud gay. So you can address me as he or him out of that.
Let's start now with questions. My first question for you is, how did you get into drag? Like, may nagpakilala ba sa'yo?
Okay. Well, way back in 2019, I met someone who introduced me in the artistry of drag. But back at that time, I didn't have that much interest in watching or doing drag. Not until 2020 came, pandemic, parang lahat tayo bored at that time. And I started scrolling on Netflix and I discovered RuPaul's Drag Race. And from there on, I met also the most supportive people behind me, my online friends who are now my chosen family. And I could still remember that time. Siyempre, bakasyon, tapos walang income, walang allowance. My good friends sent me my first ever wig and makeup products. And doon nag-start. And it wasn't easy kasi drug is expensive. You really need to invest. But from there on, I started practicing my makeup every night. Almost every night, nagla-live kami doing our makeups. And I think I am fortunate enough to have these people na parang gina-guide kami how to do makeup, how to blend properly, and the likes. Yeah.
Before, yung friends mo yung
Yeah.
nag-provide sa'yo.
Yeah, my first ever like, makeups, wigs, garments, like sila talaga lahat. And I couldn't be more grateful to have them. After nun, after akong tulungan ng mga friends ko, like, parang lahat ng kinikita ko ngayon in drag, automatically ini-invest ko din siya sa art ko.
How about now? Do you still parang join together for a live and then you still parang do makeups? Tutorials?
Now, it's more of like doing private calls like on Discord. Parang nag-uusap kami every night, nag-practice ng makeup, ganyan. And after pandemic, of course, mas madalas na namin nakikita yung isa't isa nakakasama. Like, we have attend Drag Cartel Finale in Nectar, Manila, and other events.
That's nice. And then, since you started doing drag, are your friends your inspiration? Parang, are they the ones who inspired you to do drag?
First and foremost, yes, they are the one who inspired me. But as I took a trip down memory lane, I realized that it's more of my younger self. Like, parang I'm doing everything now for my younger self. Kasi looking back, parang hindi ako nagkaroon ng... I don't have the most supportive family because we have a traditional setup at home. So parang it's good to have these people na parang they support you, they uplift you to be who you are and to express that younger self who once died inside you, na andun pa rin naman siya, hindi rin mawawala. Kasi looking back, I know na parang, I believe most of the queer children can relate to this, na parang yung blanket ginagawa mong gown, yung towel ginagawa mong buhok mo. So, ayun. With that being said, I can say na parang yung inspiration ko talaga in doing God was my younger self. Yeah. Siguro it's more of extension of my personality because as Joe, I'm kinda shy. Parang, ganito laging personality ko, wala nang itataas yung energy ko. Pero in drag, ganun pa rin naman. Like, wala akong masyadong sense of humor, pero I have face. Kidding aside, siguro ini-internalize ko lang in drag. Parang, siguro dito lumalabas yung importance of knowing yourself. Not just in drag, but also as a human being. For example, as a human being, I have this experiences in life. Like, when I was in elementary, member ako ng dance troupe. Yung mga ganun ba? And being a theater actor was my first frustration as an artist. I love writing. But all of those things boil down to in doing drag. So lahat ng yon, lahat ng frustration ko when I was at my younger years, ngayon nagagawa ko pa rin in drag. So I'm just so happy na whenever I'm psyche, ako pa rin yun. Si Joe pa rin yun. It's just that psyche knows how to conquer the universe, knows how to step on the stage, and knows how to perform very well. As a drag artist now, knowing that we are here in a provincial setup, we don't get that much opportunity the same way that they have in Manila. But local drag in general it's thriving and it's alive. Recently, I became a part of Balada Pampanga, my drag house, the first ever drag house here in Pampanga. And you can watch me regularly at Banta, which is my home bar. So, ayun, parang I can say that my drag career now is getting bigger and hopefully mas maraming bata yung nai-inspire to be themselves.
Talagang makikilala ng mga taga-subaybay ng Kapampangan drag scene si Psyche Eve, mapabar gigs, drag fest at marami pang iba. Ngunit alam nyo ba na siya rin ay nakapagtanghal ng isang espesyal na drag show para sa isang travel expo ng Tourism Management Department ng Holy Angel mismo?
Well, I believe back at that time, it was a surprise, that performance, because we were asked to have a cultural showcase depending on a country that was assigned to us. And if I'm not mistaken, ang na-assign sa amin nun is France. And back at that time, I wanted to pay homage to Les Miserables, the musical, because that's my drug on theatrical performances and the likes. So, nung time na yun, wala talagang, even ang mga professors, wala silang idea. So, but, you know what, I told myself that I should go beyond my limits, and it's about time to showcase that I am existing, a drag artist that also, who's also an angelite exists.
And since nag-perform ka doon as a drag artist na, your first ever novice school, how did your professors react on your costumes?
Well, to be honest, in the first place, I was kind of hesitant, but nung time na yon, I think most of my professors were amazed and they were very supportive. I could still remember na nung awarding na, kasi right after my performance, nagbura na agad ako, sojo na agad. So, bumalik ako nung awarding, tapos tinuturo ako ng mga prof, siya ba yung nag-perform kanina? So I think siguro ayun, dun mo din makikita how drag can be really transformative, you know. And it's good to see na parang yung mga professors natin in Holy Angel University, they are really supportive sa mga students nila, and parang ina-allow din nila yung mga students nila to just be themselves regardless of their sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression.
They were very accepting.
Yeah.
So, kahit ako really proud. Pero sabi mo, binura ko agad.
Hindi ko siya binura. I believe it's still there. Okay, yung makeup. Okay. Yeah, kasi nga, natatakot din ako noon, knowing na we're in a Catholic university. Siyempre, hindi naman lahat sang-ayon in the artistry of drag. Pero, ayun, at the end of the day, you should always remember that drag is an art form of self-expression.
Can I ask, how is the drag community engaged? Do you know anyone who is also a drag artist?
Well, I think sobrang bihira pa niya. I know some pageant queens who are alumni of our university. And siguro, parang at some point, I started the drag scene in a good way in the university. Kasi nga, in the first place, bawal mag-cross-dress sa school, gano'n. Pero, ayun nga, parang for me, it was a very humbling experience the moment I did it. I knew na it was not just for myself, but it was for the next queer generation to come.
Masasabi sa ngayon na isa si Saiki sa mga kakaunting drag artist sa universidad, isang namumukod-tanging angelite. Gayunpaman, ang mundo sa labas ng universidad ay mas malawak at mas makulay, lalo na kapag lubusang nakilala at nakasama ang drag scene ng Pampanga.
Actually, can you share about your Ballet de Pampanga? So, nung first na-establish mo, na-build, how was your experience there? Like, wala naman bang issues with the people around?
Wala naman, because, fun fact, nung nag-start ako I started doing drag without any house. I just have my supportive friends. Nung time na yon, parang magpapastel dapat ako sa drag mother ng Ballet de Pampanga, ng buhok, ng wigs. Tapos parang sabi niya sa akin, huwag ka na magbayad, basta pumayag ka maging anak ko. So, ako naman, okay, sige, let's go, let's do this. And we started in the beginning, parang 3 lang kami sa house, and now, I'm happy and I'm over the moon to have my good sisters beside me. 6 na kami sa house ngayon. Sana dumami pa.
Curious ako, what is a drag mother?
Okay, siguro, ang nakikita ko, for me, being a drag mother, parang, you have to fulfill a lot of duties and responsibilities. Kasi parang hindi naman lahat, pero you have to guide your kids.
So, parang manager lang din siya.
Yeah, pero like, parang siyang family na tinutulungan yung isa't isa whenever you need something and you're trying to educate one another sa isang house. Ganun siya.
How about the grandfather?
Parang wala pa akong naririnig na grandfather so far.
How about your drag sisters? Can you mention, siguro paano kayo nagkakilala?
Okay. So, nung viewing party nung Drag Race Philippines Season 2 sa Vanta, most of them are attendees and sponsors. They are working in different field. I have this, my drag mother and my good sister Augusta, they are both working in BPO industry. I also have this amazing drag sister, Sedusa Hex, who's a teacher in a public school. And ayun, parang so iba-iba kami ng background. Ako yung pinaka-baby girl sa kanila, student.
So, iba-iba kayo ng field, professional
Yeah.
field na din sila. How does that work for them? Like, the people around them are still supportive. Lalo na yung ito.
Yeah. At ayun nga, hindi ko din alam paano nila kinakaya. Pero ayun, parang we always make time for our rehearsal kapag kailangan, ganyan. And siguro hindi siya nagiging mahirap talaga eh. Kasi it's something that we love na we would like to pursue regardless of kung ano man yung nangyayari sa paligid namin or kung ano man meron kami out of drug. Kasi mahal mo yung ginagawa mo. So hindi ka magrereklamo, hindi ka mag-iinantay.
Sa kabila ng kanyang dedikasyon sa pagiging drag artist, hindi natin malilimutan na siya rin ay isang estudyante na may pangarap na maging profesional ng industriya. Hindi rin maitatanggi na isa sa kanyang mga talento ay ang pagbabalanse ng kanyang buhay sa akademya at sa sining.
Hindi ko din alam. Like, my classmates and my good friends can attest to this. Minsan tinatanong na ako, may time ka pa ba sa sarili mo? Hindi ko din po alam, opo. Pero kidding aside, siguro it's more of knowing your priorities. Kapag nasa school ako, alam ko na kailangan kong mag-review for this. I need to get ready for this. I need to accomplish this. I need to submit this. And in drag, alam ko na I need to look good. I need to perform very well. I need to put my best foot forward every time I'm on the stage. So, ayun. Parang it's more of knowing your priorities.
Do you think how long does it take to like do the full drag? Kasi na-mention
Yeah.
2 hours na yung ano.
Ngayon, parang kaya ko na ng 1.5. But before, like, nag-i-start ako talagang 3 oras. Ganun katagal. Kaya please lang, if may makita kayong queens who look good, take them. It is our love language. Thank you so
Then,
much.
like, what is your goal? Both in drag and in your professional life.
Medyo caught off guard ako sa question kasi wala pa akong plano. But, ayun, after grad, I'm actually planning to work sa field na matatapos ko na related sa tourism industry. Siguro just to save. But hopefully, after ko makapag-save, makita niyo ako somewhere, maybe national television, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. If you're going to venture into your professional life as tourism now, well, do you think it's your professional field is accepting of you as a drag artist?
That's a good question. Actually, I'm working on a research that is entitled as The Impact of Drag Performances on LGBT Tourism in Pampanga. So, with that being said, I think that yes, it is accepting because in spite of the wide range of tourism sectors such as ecotourism, sustainable tourism, sports tourism, health tourism, educational tourism. Siguro it's time to shed light on LGBT tourism that caters the need of poor people. And at some point, ito kasing need nila, their tourism demand, it plays a major role in opening up conversations. So, I think that's it. And I'm happy, really, na now we have the drag scene here in Pampanga na nakikita ng lahat. It's accessible for everyone, na for them to experience this, to experience drag performances, you know, na in a way na they will be reminded na drag performances, hindi siya, it's not something na nakakasira, or it's not something na parang kailangan iwasan yung mga drag scene natin. Kasi in fact, I believe in the future na pwede yung economy, yung tourism, and yung tourism industry natin, mag-benefit talaga siya sa drag. Kasi like in Banta, every time na may drag performances kami, lalo na kapag may mga renowned drag artists from Manila, ganun, dinadayo talaga yung Pampanga just to watch drag shows. And it speaks a lot kasi nga, our drag scene here in Pampanga, it's thriving, it's alive, and kailangan, hopefully soon, ma-professionalize na yung drag yung drag dito sa Pampanga, not just in Pampanga, but hopefully in Philippines. So, ayun.
And actually, no, we're seeing a lot of drag in international level na parang mas nagiging acceptable sila ngayon kasi with Miss Universe.
Yeah, si Marina.
Parang hindi na nagulat yung mga tao na ngayon ng gano'n. So, it's becoming more normalized.
Ay, nakakatuwa kasi now we're taking away drag performances in bar. Hindi na lang sila sa bar makikita. Like, kagaya na nakita natin, we have seen Marina in the Miss Universe Philippines introduction. And alam mo yun, may mga drag brunch na rin tayo sa mga cafes na hopefully magkaroon din tayo dito sa Pampanga. So, alam mo yun, parang it's good to see that we are now celebrating this art form na hindi na siya naka-cage in a four-cornered bar or club. Yeah. Lumalabas na tayo doon, nakikita na tayo outside. So.
Actually, can I ask, curious na kasi ako, can you share what are the lessons you've learned while doing drag and want to share it in the future?
Oh, I think the most important lesson that I've learned while doing drag is that parang not all of us has the same privilege. Parang some people have this, they have that, like they have material things, they have the most supportive family, but not everyone has it. And through that, taking a look at that in different lens, parang na-realize ko na parang if whatever it is na meron ka at wala sa iba, kung meron ka, hindi yun rason para hindi ka mag-speak up for other people na wala. Kasi the more you stay in silent, parang it's more of parang hinahayaan mo lang magpatuloy yung ganung sistema. So, ayun, for me, yun siguro yung pinaka-natutunan ko sa drag. It's really speaking for people, being the voice for them. Not just kung sino yung malapit sa'yo, but most importantly, kung sino yung malayo sa'yo, sino yung nasa malayo, kung sino yung hindi mahirap abutin. Kasi sila yung mas may pangangailangan para marinig yung boses nila.
What are you advocating ba in your drag? Anong gusto mo ipakita sa mga tao?
Well, of course, drug in the first place is it's political. And yun yung pinapakita ko. I always use my platform, the stage, to speak up for the unprivileged sector of our community and to, shed light on the issues that mostly are neglected. And other than that, siguro as psyche, in my theatrical performances, I always try to narrate my story. Not just the happy ones, also the good ones, the pain, all the things that I've been through ever since I was a child. And siguro yun yung nagiging reason why I'm really advocating for creating a safer space for the next world generation. Kasi parang whatever na pinagdaanan ng generation namin as a poor people, hindi na dapat nila pagdaanan. Parang, di ba parang usual notion, sinasabi natin na, ay, nung sa amin, ganito, ganyan. Lagi sinasabi ng parents natin. But that's the point, exactly. Kung alam mong ganun ang pinagdaanan ng generation mo, bakit mo pa kailangang iparana sa younger generation, di ba?
Hindi masasabing biro ang pinagdadaanan ng mga LGBTQ+ sa Pilipinas. Ika nga nila, we are tolerated but not accepted. Karamihan sa kanila ay walang matagpo ang lugar kung saan nila malayang maipapahayag ang kanilang mga pagkakakilanlan. Kung tunay na tanggap nga ng bansa ang nasabing komunidad, bakit tila ay nahihiya o ipinagbabawal nila ang kalayaan ng mga ito na ipahayag ang kanilang mga sarili? Noong nakaraang taon, pinagbawalan ng HAU University Student Council na magsagawa ng kahit anong pagdiriwang na nakaalinsunod sa Pride Month katulad ng Pride Walk at mini-concert. Ito at marami pang ibang mga salaysay ay nagpapakita na hindi pa lubusang tinatanggap ng lipunan ang pamamaraan ng pagmamahalan, pagkakakilanlan at ekspresyon ng LGBTQIA+ community. At kahit na masasabing inaasahan na ang mga atas ng otoridad sa paghihigpit at pagpipigil sa hindi konbensyonal, hindi mawawala ang pait ng katotohanang ang liberasyon ay hindi pa nakakamtan, lalo na sa ilalim ng mga reserbasyon ng pamilya.
How about with your family, since you've mentioned before na hindi ka pa nag-come out sa family mo? How does that feel being a drag queen at night without your family knowing?
Well, at first, parang it became normal on my end na they don't know that I do drag. Pero as I took a trip down memory lane and I realized those countless times na parang ang daming sumusuporta sa akin. Every time I perform on stage, ang daming nag-videos and all, ganun. Pero a part of me, I'm also longing for their support na I wish they had the best seat right in front of the stage watching over me. Na I hope that at some point they're also proud of me, of who I have become, not just a person but also as a drag artist. So ayun, parang siguro not just in drag but in life in general as Joe and Psyche, parang it's something that I've been looking for to have that visibility and appreciation as a queer child.
Pero have you ever thought of eventually coming out and like making them know who you are as Psyche?
Of course, parang last year iniisip ko na yan na because ay nga, parang nakikilala na ako in Pampanga, not to brag anything about being drag artist. Pero I'm getting these platforms, these events, these bookings na I wish I could also share to them kapag uwi ko na kung paano yung naging journey ng event ko, kung paano siya naging successful, ganun. I really wish I had the chance to told them earlier because I recently lost my dad earlier this year. So parang part of me, sana nasabi ko kaagad before he passed away. But I would just like to believe na at least my father has the best seat in heaven now watching over me.
So,
Yeah. So,
pero your mom if ever, if ever you tell her, do you think she will support you?
To be honest, hindi ko siya masyadong iniisip. Siguro unless andyan na. And, ayun nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko sa previous questions natin, whatever their reaction or their decision would be if they would know that I do drug, parang, I just feel and think that it would describe or it would just reveal how much they love me. Kasi if you love someone, it's supposed to be limitless. You know, parang wala dapat boundaries, wala dapat pero na mahal kita pero dapat ganito. Wala dapat ganun eh. It's just simply, I love you and I support you, whatever your decisions or whatever you would like to pursue, dito lang kami. Dapat ganun ang pagmamahal.
Sana nga, there will be a time na they will support you as you are. And sana magkaroon ng time na masabi mo sa kanila.
Hopefully, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed, sana.
Also, I just want to ask, have you ever received snide or like offensive remarks with you doing drag? And as a university student, of course.
So far, wala pa naman. But I always receive this misconception in doing drag. That most of people think that it is an identity where in fact it's just an art form of self-expression. Kasi whenever you do drag, ina-expect nila na you're too this or too that, na parang this is your identity already. Where in fact na, ito lang yung outlet mo to express yourself, your creativity, your art. So, it's more of like, it's not an offensive remarks, but it's more of being labeled in a misconception about your passion.
How does it feel knowing that you are a drag queen and is also a Catholic University student?
To be honest, it kind of feels that I'm breaking barriers by being the game changer as a student in a Catholic university who also do drag. Na, of course, inside our university, we're being caged on this, what do we call this? Parang rule siya na hindi tayo allowed mag-cross-dress and the likes, ganun. But in drag, I get to explore my gender expression through clothing and just stay true to who I am as Joe and as an artist.
How do you hope to influence both the drag community and the university community in the future?
Well, siguro it has been my vision to influence them in a way that they will feel secure with their gender expression. Kasi at the end of the day, just like in drag, it is an art form of self-expression. So, wherever you feel comfortable with expressing yourself, whether it would be masculinity or femininity, it is important for our Angelite community as well as for the drag community in our local setting to just embrace themselves regardless of what the society or the socio-cultural norms has planted within us. Parang sobrang mahalaga kasi na tayo mismo alam natin kung paano natin ipapahayag yung sarili natin. Na sa kabila ng mga naririnig natin na dapat ganito ka, dapat mag-behave ka in a certain actions or behavior. Dapat alam mo kung sino ka. And alam mo na through this power of being yourself, you can touch not just one but lives of many people around you. Na kapag nakita nila na nagpapakatotoo ka, whether it would be on your craft as an artist or as human being in general, it would reflect it and it would shed light on them na it's okay to be themselves.
And what do you think must be changed inside our school, no? Para mas maging welcoming siya sa mga LGBTQ+ community or to particularly to gender non-conforming sector, such as yung drug artists na.
I think this applies not just inside our university, but in our provincial setting in general. Because as an artist, within these years that I've been doing drag, I noticed particularly how the internal homophobia of our community is very rampant, you know. But I think siguro yun yung sana hopefully soon mas mapalawak natin yung pagkakaintindi natin sa kung sino tayo at kung sino yung mga taong nasa paligid natin. Kasi sobrang importante na we all have this initiative effort to know one another. Hindi lang dahil hindi ka kagaya nila, dapat wala ka nang pakialam. Kasi at the end of the day, we breathe the same air. Alam mo yung feeling na mahalaga na alam mo kung ano yung kwento nila. At yung kwento nilang yun, hindi lamang siya dapat naririnig mo, dapat na ibabahagi mo din sa iba. And through that, I think, doon na natin knock off yung internal homophobia. Kasi admittedly, hindi lang naman yung mga straight people in the community yung meron nun. Because sometimes, we're just in denial na even us, the part of the community itself, we also have this internal homophobia. The stigma that's going around for decades already, for years, you know. So, sobrang laking bagay na once we educate ourselves sa kung sino tayo at sa kung sino yung ibang tao, therefore, we can share this story to everyone around us. At from there on, we can achieve kung ano man yung iniin natin na change sa community natin.
Can you tell me one word that describes drag?
Oh, well, for me, drag in general, it's liberating. Like, I've been hiding in the closet for so long, and drag really allows me to be who I am today. Na parang, regardless of of the opinions of other people, parang it's liberating, not just in a way na you're expressing yourself, but also in terms of letting go your baggages. Kasi drag in general, it is an outlet kung saan lahat ng kwento mo, lahat ng experience mo in life, ma-a-apply mo. And ayun nga, parang kaya din ko masasabi na it's really liberating na whenever you're in drag, at some point, you'll get the chance to set aside kung ano mang pinagdadaanan mo as a humankind.
Para sa marami, ang drag ay nagpapalaya. Nagpapalaya mula sa kadena ng ating normatibong lipunan. Nagpapalaya mula sa abuso na kanilang dinanas. Mula sa masasakit na salita, mula sa mga mapanghusgang titig at mata, mula sa mga suntok, palo, sa bunot at kawalan ng hininga sa timbang puno ng tubig. Nagpapalaya mula sa pamilyang hindi sila tinanggap sa kabila ng ilang taon na pagmamahal dahil lamang hindi sila ayon sa kagustuhan ng lipunan. Nagpapalaya sa kanilang mga sarili na sinubukan nilang itakwil marahil isa itong pagkakamali na kanilang ginuhit at pwedeng burahin. Ang bawat tinig na kanilang boses, bawat kulay na kanilang isinasagisig, bawat hakbang na kanilang tinatahak ay hindi lamang patungo sa entablado kundi pagtanggi mula sa mga hangganan na itinakda ng lipunan. Sa bawat awit, sayaw at pagtatanghal na nagmumula sa loob-looban ng kanilang pagkatao, ipinapakita nila na ang pagiging totoo sa ating mga sarili ay isang karapatan na hindi dapat bawiin at isang karangalan na hindi dapat ipagkait. Kaya para kay Psyche at sa kanyang mga kapwang mga artista, hindi lamang para sa sining ang kanilang mga pagtatanghal, kundi para sa tawag ng liberasyong makakamit sa paninindigan sa kanilang bawat pag-indak, sapagkat ang drug ay nagpapalaya.
What would you give as an advice to Angelites who wants to pursue being a drag artist?
Kung ano man yung meron kayo now, kahit simpleng makeup lang, just start now and know your whys. Kung bakit mo siya gustong gawin, whether it's for yourself, for your younger self, for your community, for the people around you, alamin mo kung bakit. And of course, wag mong intindihin yung sasabihin ng ibang tao. Kasi in drag, like, not just in drag, but also in life in general, ang dami nating maririnig sa paligid natin na dapat ganito gawin mo. Pero, higit sa lahat, nang magsasabi na ganito ka dapat kilala mo yung sarili mo. So, ayun, and sa lahat ng aspiring drag artists, feel free to reach me out. I'm your pinakamabait na drag artist sa Angeles, pinakamaganda din. Pero ayun, parang sobrang welcoming ng drugs sa lahat, regardless of your gender. So, yeah.
And Angelites, you can also reach out to Psyche. Pwede mo bang i-plug yung Instagram mo?
Okay, so kahit ang love language namin ay tip. So you can also follow us sa social media namin, especially me at Psyche Eve, also my drag house at Ballet de Puta. Yeah.
Lastly, what would you like to say to the Angelites watching this documentary right now?
Well, to all the Angelites out there, I hope that you've learned a bunch from me, from my experiences as an artist and as a queer person out of my artistry, you know. And sana, araw makita ko kayo sa gigs ko and tip me. Yeah. Yes. And of course, don't forget to love yourself, to be who you are, and to spread positivity around you and be that light for other people. Kailangan natin yan. At higit sa lahat, hindi ka sayang.